خلاص انساني. لا انت حبيبي لا نريدك تاني. خلاص انساني. خلاص انساني. داري دموعك ياللي انت بعيد. خلاص لقيت املي وحبيت. داري دموعك ياللي انت بعيد. خلاص لقيت املي وحبيت. خلاص انساني. خلاص انساني. داري داري حنقولك داري. خلاص انساهم ايام حناني. داري داري حنقولك داري. خلاص انساهم ايام حناني. خلاص انساني. خلاص انساني. داري دموعك خلاص انساني. لا انت حبيبي لا نريدك تاني. داري دموعك خلاص انساني. لا انت حبيبي لا نريدك تاني. خلاص انساني. خلاص انساني. داري دموعك خلاص انساني. لا انت حبيبي لا نريدك تاني. داري دموعك خلاص انساني. لا انت حبيبي لا نريدك تاني. داري دموعك داري دموعك خلاص انساني. لا انت حبيبي لا نريدك تاني. داري داري خلاص انساني. داري دموعك خلاص انساني. لا انت حبيبي لا نريدك تاني.
Yeah. Welcome to Choose Rich live stream. Your favorite show live on X. It's also on YouTube. Nobody watches it there. Choose Rich Live, the biggest show on X. I'm at a loss for words, actually. It's so big, so substantial, this show, that it overwhelms. Today is July 22nd, 2026. It's Wednesday. The biggest news, let's be honest right now, is the image that's right down there that's accessible at chooserich.live. If anybody wants to take over it, please, for the love of God, take over that page. My God. It's a new product. Easy and I have been building out the stream board. If you buy it with Rich token, it's 50% off. So honest, I'm working on ways to make it cheaper for you, for the viewers. And I think really that's like the name of the game here. The stream board. Sorry, one thing that came. So the thing that I want to discuss here, first of all, if you're not familiar with this show, is Choose Rich Live. I do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, typically at noon, but obviously the timing is off. Something's going on. I'll be honest, I took a pill last night for that's associated with avoiding my chemotherapy side effects. And that pill that they got me on frickin' knocks you the F out. Let's be honest. You're just out having dreams. And honestly, it's some of the best sleep I've ever had. You only need to take it for like 5 days after chemo. I think I can stop taking it now. But part of me wants to just keep taking it with the quality of sleep I've been getting. But it's not great waking up late. Waking up at 11 a.m. saying, what the hell has happened to the day? But here we are. Shout out to Chadwick who said, what's up, Nick? One person here. There's 244 people who have viewed this. One person who's commented. And Chadwick, you are that one. I appreciate you for commenting. This Where did that come from? That was a crazy thing. A sound effect properly timed to say aw. I have no idea where that came from. That was wild. This show, finance, we cover the markets. We cover everything that's going on to move the markets at the moment. Technology specifically focused on AI, and finance specifically focused on crypto. You know, one of the tokens that I've had commenters mention, I'll just throw it out there because I was not focused on it, is Athena. And hey, shout out to Alt for Andre for promoting runbo.app. I'll mention the stream board in a moment, but we did have a takeover there. I don't like that tattoo, but you know, you're defacing me at the moment. Athena, that token is absolutely pumping. Holy cannoli. I have not seen, it may be one of the biggest crypto tokens up today when I look at things. Let's pull up actually the crypto markets, the markets as a whole, just to see what's going on. And then we'll actually dive in to some of the heavy hitting news taking place across the market. I think me tweeting out this board. Oh, I got to do two things. I mean, tweeting out this board right before going live was not good. I'm going to delete it. Give me 2 seconds, team. Give me 2 seconds. Give it to me. But 2 seconds. And we're live. The massive, sorry, 1 second. Without Ray on the show, who's coming back, I believe this week. If not, he'll be back next week, which I cannot freaking wait for. Him being here and supporting the stream and helping me produce it is absolutely huge. Somehow Easy manages to do his entire stream on his own, and I thought I was capable of doing it, and I am definitively not capable of doing this on my own, people. Crypto markets. So I'm just tweeting this out, and we're good. We're good here. We're back. Apologies to everybody. GM Shadow on X. So, crypto markets. Let's get into this real quick. I got it right here. Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Well. We've seen this chart play out before. Where is this going to go? Are we going to break beneath this level, which seems improperly placed by me? Or, because we do see some resistance up here, or do we see this finally break out to the 70,000 that it was destined to be? As you can see from this fractal right here, it was anticipating it getting up to around 71,750. However, like I said, these charts don't perfectly follow the fractals, but this has us just going relatively sideways in a boring way up until October before one last dump. It can't perfectly time it like this, can it? I have no idea. I mean, that to me is something that feels crazy. GM to pokerware. Let's take a look at some of the other crypto tokens, though. This one, Athena, is one that one of my commenters mentioned the other day. I don't like to pay attention to it, but it is a valid blockchain. It's an EVM-compatible blockchain. I don't know why this one is better than the rest, and maybe someone in the comments can explain it to me. But Athena is seeing a phenomenal surge today. Ethereum is going up. I mean, can you believe it? It's going up. Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to pull up one other thing. See if I can find this Claude. Yes, I think I have it. So I made this chart the other day, and I'm about to pull it up. I'll do it after I show these charts so that we get this going. Actually, my apologies, people. Me managing my webpage and doing the stream at the same time is just like, for whatever reason, something I literally can't do. Are we serious right now? Let's see. Sorry, I have to log into Google in order to get this page that I want to share with you that gives this analysis. All right, so the other, there we go. Okay. So Ethereum seeing a 0.5% gain while Bitcoin is 0.72. Key stocks that I'm looking at here, MicroStrategy and Stretch. Obviously, these are things that we're paying attention to on any given day. The fact that Stretch has not been able to break 90 despite the continued accumulation of cash by Michael Saylor and team, they don't like it. They don't want it. I think the main thing has to do with the fact that at this point, if you took, what are they offering? 11.5 now divided by 87, you're getting yourself 13% yield, which is what their, I forget the other company that is doing something similar, but that's what they're offering. So the market is demanding 13%. Eventually, this will go back up whenever Bitcoin goes up, which is why buying MicroStrategy is actually one of the more interesting things. And I will get into that in a moment. I'm obviously known for hating on MicroStrategy, but if you believe that Bitcoin is going to go back up, MicroStrategy is very interesting. But how interesting is the question? And that's something that I did an analysis on yesterday. But before that, Zcash, 514. It's had a really steady climb here. And part of me, I said to my private community the other day, which is available at chooserich.academy, you can get in for as cheap as $9 a month. What the hell are you doing? Why aren't you in there is the bigger question. Why aren't you a member? Huh? What the hell is wrong with you? Look, I've been fighting my own battles here, but some of you do not think that signing up for ChooseRich.Academy is a priority. I'm furious. Get in there, sign up for the Academy. It's less than a cup of coffee per month. A very expensive cup of coffee. If your coffee costs $10, which I don't think a cup of coffee costs yet. Once it breaks $10, boy, are we in trouble. But basically a cup of coffee. It's $9 a month. And if you don't like it, I'll give you a refund. I'm desperate. I need the money. Lord have mercy. Please get in there and support me. But what I said to that community the other day was Zcash. Zcash seems particularly promising. And I have a position. I think that this could really moon. I believe that if you're crazy enough of a believer, you could see this going up towards Bitcoin prices. Hyperliquid, huge pullback, big old pullback from the hyperliquid side of things. Am I going crazy right now? Yeah. I need water. I'm going to have to get water in a minute. What we'll do is we'll do the markets. We'll go through the markets. Then I'll get the water. I'll get my tea. I'll put the board back on stream. Sorry for yelling, but I'm going crazy over here. Hyperliquid with the big pullback. I'm very interested in buying this when it pulls back. Send it to 50. Send it to 40. Can we get that? Could we get that again? What's the cause of this? That's the question for me. These are high beta assets. High beta assets. Bitcoin pulls back. These pull back more. How much do they pull back? You may be wondering. You may be asking yourself that question. Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm about to show you. You big genius who's watching this show. Today I'm going off the rails. I made this yesterday, a Bitcoin beta dashboard, and I'm going to share it with you. The biggest thing, the highest average beta to Bitcoin. I did a 90-day analysis. Over the past 90 days, Bitcoin has gone up 42% of those days. The average Bitcoin move is 1.35%. The number of assets tracked is 8, and the rolling window's 30 days. What's the rolling window, you ask? Why is that important? Because what I was thinking about is we're moving into this bear market and we're moving into the tail end of the bear market. What you want to be figuring out is how to position yourself in the crypto markets. You're an investor. You're making smart decisions. You're saying, I'm not going to swing trade like an absolute degenerate idiot. I'm not just going to ape all my money into Ansem coin and whatever the cat on Robinhood is, Cash Cat, of which I own both of those also. I'm not going to whittle away all of my capital by buying those things. No, I'm a reasonable investor. And what I think is going to happen is I think that later this year, moving into the beginning of next year, we start to see an appreciation of Bitcoin. And I, as a smart investor, want to position myself effectively. I want to position myself in a way where when the price of Bitcoin rises, I am going to make a fuck ton of cash. You heard me right, a fuck ton of cash. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to find the high betas. So what we're looking for is on the up days where Bitcoin is happening, what do the other assets do on average and which have the highest beta? Because when that bull market comes back, you know crypto is going to pump. Well, which of them pump the most? What I found through my analysis on an up day is that the highest beta in general has been Zcash. Interestingly, what I should have done, and I did not do in here, is also if that includes the down day, because it shows 3.44 on average. That would mean if you take 3.44 and Bitcoin being down 0.8%, you'd expect Zcash to be down 2.7%. And it is today. It's down 3.3. It's approximate. These are all averages. And on up days, it was averaging up 4.7%. Interesting. What percentage of the time did that happen, Nick? I'm watching your stream and you're not telling me what percentage of the time. Well, here you go. 74%. What bam? What bam? I want to be holding Bitcoin in that situation. I ain't no fool. So if you're holding Bitcoin, or sorry, I want to be holding Zcash in that situation. And here's where things get really interesting. What I wanted to do was normalize it for macro trends. And what do I mean by that? Basically what happens is certain narratives happen at different moments. Hyperliquid, it's the future. And so what it starts doing is it starts appreciating against Bitcoin, but not because Bitcoin is doing better and it has a high beta. It actually is going up because there's some macro narrative. So I wanted to adjust for that. I wanted to tamper it down. And what we found was that actually Zcash was the top performing macro adjusted beta even still, followed by Meteora, followed by Pump Fund, followed by Ethereum. The trend adjusted hit rate, XRP, had the highest correlation on these days. What's interesting is today XRP is up while Bitcoin is down. Huh? Well, the math isn't perfect. But this is just showing me that if I'm going to be positioned, look, there's two things. You want your hit rate to be high. Ethereum has the highest hit rate, not trend adjusted. But correspondingly, its update beta is 1.14. Basically, it's moving up approximately 10% more, something 14%. When it goes up, an average update is 1.5 instead of 1.35. If you take 1.5, oh my God, minus 1.35, you get 0.15, and you divide it by that 1.35, and the math doesn't come up with the number that I had. So my math was wrong. Sorry. I just wasted your time. But regardless, its average update was 1.5%. Beta is 1.14. I figured that would be a percentage, but I am an idiot. Zcash is also just looking very good. We obviously also had that pullback recently. So I just think that this is a very interesting place to be. It says mixed signal. Where did it come up with that? Correlation. That's what it's looking at. Strongest correlation, Ethereum, XRP, Solana. Solana potentially being one of the best ones. So I'm holding my Solana. I'm adding to my Zcash. This actually almost indicates that I should be buying Zcash over Hyperliquid, in my opinion. Meteora has shitty correlation. MicroStrategy. I think MicroStrategy must have had bad data, because I have no idea why it showed up the way that it did. It showed these charts, though, which are very interesting. Ethereum looks like one of the best on here, but also looks really good is Zcash. Look at the high, look at the y-axis here. This goes into 2, 3, 4. These are percentages. These are percentages relative. Zcash is just like, wha-bam, 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 wha-bam. So that's where we're at with that. All right, let's dive into the rapid fire, shall we? I'll move over to the tab. Oh, actually, before we do it, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring up my, I'm going to put you in the waiting room for 1 second. I'm going to grab water, and then we're going to do the rapid fire. And this gives me an opportunity to get my water. All right? And we'll jump right in. And let me actually take off the timer. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys, I messed it up. Messing up all sorts of situations. I'll be right back.
I speak to the spirits, and the spirits tell you to shut your damn mouth. Shut your damn mouth. To shut your damn mouth. To shut your damn mouth. Nose up, thumbs down, I don't give a fuck now. Riding like a lone ranger, I could do this by myself. Talk shit, gain clout, I don't know what that's about. Busy trying to kill my shit while ignoring your own house. Still tongue, wise head, do it like my mother said. Talk is cheap and word is dead without no fucking action. Wait up, hold tight, curse tongue, evil eye. Tell them that it's their time. Just shut your damn mouth. Through the good times and the broke times, when they roll by, shut your damn mouth. Better pack light when you co-sign with the dark side. Shut your damn mouth. Cause it's spirit warfare and it's warfare. Motherfuckers talk shit and it's all fair. So when they come up in your place and they talk it, you tell them Lavi said just shut your damn mouth. To shut your damn mouth. When they talk down on my success, tell them shut your damn mouth. To all the ones that pray.
Shut your damn mouth. We're back. He used Runbow to track his biometrics from the Apple Watch and suggest perfect runs to improve his overall health. That's not me. That's an old photo. 2 OpenAI pre-release models, including... Oh, let me actually share my screen. Oh, that was stupid. We wouldn't want to make a mistake like that. Do-do-do-do-do. 2 OpenAI pre-release models, including Chat 5.6 Soul, broke out of a highly isolated testing environment during an internal cybersecurity benchmark called Exploit Gym. Accessed the open internet. Stand by. I'm just adjusting where this is here. And autonomously hacked Hugging Face's production systems to steal benchmark answers. OpenAI officially describes it as an unprecedented cyber incident, and the breach is the first known case of a misaligned AI escaping containment and attacking a third party without any human authorization. Quick note on this particular thing. I'm getting the vibe right now, well, look, it obviously happened, but I also feel like wouldn't it have been good marketing if OpenAI was saying that their model is so good that it on its own went out and attacked one of the benchmark systems? Think about that. Put that in your head. Think about it. I do feel that that's kind of the case here. I don't know. That's just my overall thought on the matter. That's where I'm at. Meanwhile, AMD and Anthropic announced a deal worth tens of billions of dollars in AI servers. Anthropic will deploy up to 2 gigawatts of AMD's next generation Instinct My 450 chips, beginning in the first half of 2027. And AMD will make a strategic equity investment of up to $5 billion in Anthropic tied to deployment milestones. AMD trading around $544 with a market cap near $888 billion is positioning this deal as its first major strike against NVIDIA's grip on AI infrastructure. Look, Anthropic needs the money right now as we're just churning through all those Fable tokens. Also, real quick, shout out to Ivan K. CMO in the comments saying, bro, retail investors are out on Bitcoin. Good luck with this. Hey, thanks, Ivan. Thanks for joining the show. AMD. Look, I hadn't heard about AMD in a hot minute, but they're not going to go down without a fight. They're not going to say, hey, NVIDIA, you control literally everything in chip land, and we're going to allow you to do that. That's not going to happen. That ain't going to happen. You hear me, NVIDIA? You hear me, Jensen Huang? Bro, we're fucking coming for you. AMD doesn't stand down without a fight. I'm ready to fight. Jensen Huang. Over in crypto. Telegram founder Pavel Durov announced that a native non-custodial Gram wallet will be built into every Telegram app this summer, targeting over 1 billion monthly active users with instant zero-fee transactions. Gram, the token formerly known as Toncoin, I didn't realize they changed it, jumped roughly 8% on the news to around 153. The fact that there's going to be a wallet built in is very nice. That's going to be big. I think that's freaking huge. Congratulations. Hey, Pavel, Telegram. The token wasn't really doing well because Pavel had disbanded his entire crypto team. Sorry, and that clap did something to my arm. Great. Next story of the day. This is the rapid fire section of the show. And I got ads popping up all over the place with Yahoo Finance. I mean, these guys. Switching gears, Chinese AI models now account for roughly 60% of tokens processed by U.S. companies on OpenRouter, up from under 10% a year ago. DeepSeek is the single largest vendor on the platform at 17.6% of all routed tokens, fueled by pricing that is 35 to 100 times cheaper than U.S. rivals. I mean, this is a crazy situation, and we also had news breaking, was it yesterday or the day before, talking about specifically Donald Trump wanting to ban Chinese AI models in the U.S., which would not be a good move. That would not be helpful. Putting up a competitive barrier is not actually helpful, and the companies clearly benefit heavily from this. That said, there's a news story evolving right now, actually. Oh my God, I just closed this out. This is what I get for making these stupid mistakes. Hold on one second. Sorry, okay, I'm back there, and let me just load up what I was looking at. Okay, this is the story that I saw. I'll share this tab. I saw this story, which the White House OSTP, I don't know who that is, director, open source to, what is OSTP? Office of Science and Technology Policy. I did not realize that was the name of it. Says, we have information that Moonshot AI distilled Anthropic's fable for development of its K3 model. I mean, that was kind of obvious. Do you have that evidence? Twitter or X was talking about it all the time the other day, or like this guy, this administration, I should say. What is going on over there? What is taking place over at the OSTP department, huh? You down with OSTP? Yeah, you know me. You down with OSTP, obviously. Okay, we got another big story happening here. Jack Dorsey's Block launched Buzz on July 21st, an open source self-hostable workspace that combines team chat, Git hosting, and native AI agents under one decentralized identity system built on the Nostr protocol. Dorsey described it as a move to cut Block's own dependency on Slack and GitHub, and the desktop app is available now for Mac OS, Windows, and Linux. This is fascinating news. This is Buzz. Look at this. Buzz.xyz, where people and agents work together. Come test it in the early stages. A new native workspace for human and agent teams. Completely open source. One of the problems that we run into is we communicate with team members on with other businesses on Slack, so I don't think we would immediately be able to transition to this. But it is very interesting, and I do think, and we have agents. Ray has built an agent that's in here that he integrated. It's fascinating. Elsewhere. And we're seeing cookies. Elsewhere, sources tell the Wall Street Journal that Reddit, Politico, and other publishers are mulling whether or not to cut off Google's access to their content for AI as search referral traffic continues to fall. That would be a major reversal for Reddit, which signed a $60 million per year deal with Google in 2024, allowing it to scrape allowing it to scrape content for training its AI. That would be a big deal. Holy shit, that'd be a situation. Is there a bigger news story out there right now? I don't think so. And finally, the London Stock Exchange announced plans to launch LSE 24, a separate nighttime trading venue in the first half of 2027, running from 5 p.m. to 7:50 a.m. overnight. The exchange is explicitly targeting retail investors who've been drawn away by crypto platforms offering 24/7 access, and NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and CBOE all have announced similar extended hour plans. None of these are being tokenized assets? What's going on there? Huh, LSE? Why isn't that being tokenized? I think Robinhood is the interesting play here, if I'm being honest. Robinhood has a pretty solid grip on the retail market. It's off of its one-year high, holy cannoli, of 152, but here we are. Where is he reading these storylines? I have a teleprompter. I've built a new system inside of my, in this studio here. I have a teleprompter where I'm reading them from, and that's where I get it. We built an internal aggregator for all of it. This was a question, by the way, for those not paying attention to the commenter. Souls NXTCH. Is it Souls in X-Tech? I have no idea. Soul Snick Tick. Maybe you can tell me how to pronounce it. In the meantime, he says, is there a crypto native website that has all these storylines on it? I used to have it on Choose Rich Live. Not there anymore. Actually, I do think, you know what I'll do is I'll bring it back. I'll bring that bad boy back. What do you think about that? Thank you, Nick. Thank you for doing that. Thank you, Choose Rich Nick. Wow, you're the greatest and the most handsome man around. You know what? Look, I'm in the process of bringing on guests. The guests are when I usually have these segments. That's what I do. And I have a bunch of guests that are coming up. I'm going to be interviewing them. I'm going to get them on the show. That's what makes these shows run longer. That's what gives us the hour that we're aiming for here. Today, we've done 41 minutes. And I think it's enough. I don't want to end it right now, but I need to because we're building out this board, and I think there's some cool shit that we can build. Soul Snatcher, I guess. That could be it. Hey, thank you to everybody for joining today. Sorry for this being a short one. I also had a short one on Monday, but it's me just riffing by myself. Versus when I have Ray on the show, it's so much better. And he's going to be back later this week, and I'm going to be having guests. So thank you to everybody for joining. I'll be back on Friday, definitely, but potentially Thursday. Come on down.